Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today on this webinar. Today's webinar will be recorded and sent to you afterwards so you can share it with your team. My name is Emily and I'm part of the customer success team here at Issuu. I'm joined today by Jana, who's one of our customer success managers. We will be going over how to best share your content from Issuu onto different social media platforms. But before we get started, we have some housekeeping items to cover. Everyone is muted on this webinar, so if you have any questions for us, please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your webinar screen. We'll answer as many questions as we can during the webinar, and if we don't get to your question, we'll answer it in an email afterwards. You will receive a copy of this webinar, and it will also be available on our help center. And now I'll hand it over to Jana, who will be going through the process of sharing your content on different platforms.
Thank you, Emily. Hello and welcome to our webinar focused on how to share your content using our social tools. My name is Jana and I work as a customer success manager here at Issuu, and today I will take you through different ways to distribute your Issuu publications to your audience using the tools that we offer. First, let me point out why is having a social presence so important for content creators. Every business or individual today needs to leverage the proper social media channels to communicate with readers, and social media is the most easily accessible way to communicate with your readers because it's the meeting point of today's generation. By growing your business or individual brand social media presence, you not only generate more readers, followers, or likes, but you also connect with your readers better and you serve them on a higher level. And it actually makes your digital marketing easier. With social media, you increase your digital presence by distributing your content across more channels, and you get closer to your readers because they get to know about your content on any device. So how can Issuu help you connect with your readers? There are many ways to distribute the content on Issuu, and I will now sum up both the traditional way of distribution as well as the social tools that we now offer. So once you upload your publication on Issuu, people can already discover your content simply by coming across your publication on Issuu. However, that is not optimal to let this be the only way to let your readers find you. And if you have a website or blog, we suggest you to use embeds by creating an embed code and adding this code on your website, so visitors on your website can easily read your publications there. Another great way to distribute your publications is by customizing and using the shareable full screen reader link. It opens your publication directly in full screen. Once I will be going through the demo, I will show you how the shareable full screen reader looks like. This is especially useful when you send email newsletters, if you have highly visual content like catalogs or portfolios, or if you just want your readers to have the best reading experience gathered to your brand. With this shareable full screen reader, you basically eliminate any distractions, and just for you to know, this particular feature is on paid plans only. In addition to the ways you can embed and distribute your content through your own website and email, Issuu also offers several social sharing tools that can help you drive traffic to your publications. Included here are story sharing, GIFs, and Issuu Facebook app. And you can find all these under social tools in your publisher dashboard on Issuu. Another tool that we mention here on this slide is Issuu Clip that is available on Issuu app. And this is especially useful if you want to share a photo, a recipe, or whatever content of a particular page in the publication you would like to share. You create the clip of it and you share it on social media or text messages. So here are today's webinar topics. It would be, we would be covering stories creation, how to generate GIF, and how to use Issuu's Facebook app. Then we will go through social sharing, and we will end with some Q&As. First and foremost, I would like to present our newest feature, which is stories. Because sometimes the great content you have is hidden behind the cover, and your potential readers are not aware of what is inside. And stories are the best way to show your readers the great content that's actually inside your publication, And with story sharing, you can highlight and share articles, spreads, and stories inside. It is a great way for readers to go beyond the cover, to get the better sense of what's inside. And the best part of stories is that they can be optimized for mobile devices, where your readers consume the content, their content the most. Let me now show you what stories look like on desktop and on phone. So you probably know this page. This is a document page on Issuu. It used to look like this, where you could have seen the title of the publication, description, who is the publisher. What is new is this new tab saying what's inside. And this particular publisher created some stories. So you can actually see what they highlighted, what articles, what pages they highlighted. They added a title. So you have a better sense of what is inside. If you click on each of these stories, you get directed to the page where the story starts. This is how it looks on the document page, on the publication page. You can also, if you go to the profile page of the publisher, you can see all the publications on their profile page. And if you check this box, show stories inside, it will let you see if the publisher highlighted some of the stories from these publications. So here you can see the publisher did so. It looks great. If you start creating stories, we suggest you to create stories in all of your publication, at least one, just for your readers to know what is hidden inside. Let me show you how that looks on mobile, how the mobile experience looks like. This is Issuu app. You probably know it. If you don't know it, you can install it both on your Android devices as well as on iOS devices. It's free. It's perfect. Try it out. I've already prepared the publication here in my likes. So this is the particular publication that I showed you on issuu.com. If you go and hit the icon in the top right, it will show you the stories that are inside. Let's pick Love Me Tender. And here you are. This is how the story that is optimized for mobile looks like. Up here you can see it's 8-minute read, so it will take your readers to finish the story in 8 minutes. And if you scroll at the very bottom, or if your readers scroll to the very bottom, if they really like the story, they can go and share it elsewhere. This is how the story looks like when you find about it on Issuu. A great way is that you can share the story across different social media channels. This is how it, for example, looks on Twitter. So if you tweet your story and someone clicks on it, they will be directed to this particular story, and they will be able to read it on their mobile. So the story sharing is the ultimate way to build your brand, to engage with your audience, to get more readers. People want to see what is inside your publication, which is why stories are really valuable way to engage readers beyond the cover. And two of the biggest draws of stories are first that they are mobile optimized, which lets readers scroll through stories on the device they use most. And second, you have more content to share on your editor calendar without doing any more work. So you can share as many stories as you want. From one single publication, you can just share one, but we suggest you to optimize it for mobile. Also, if you want to make your story more shareable for social media, the mobile optimized version is a great way to achieve this. So now let's show you how to make stories. you go to your publisher dashboard, and you can find it under social tools. Here you can see you can share stories, you can create animated GIF, and you can as well use our Issuu Facebook app. So here we are in share stories. You can select the particular publication that you want to share story from. I will use this demo magazine, and you can start from scratch and create the stories from here. I've already prepared two, so I will just edit it. So here's how you select the spreads of the story. Let's say I have this story on 4 pages. You select these 4 pages, you add the title of the story, and you add the story description. You can also choose the category that matches the story. And here you can click save, but then it would be only available to click next, and we suggest you to do so. Let's get started. So here on the left side, you can see all the parts of the stories that you can add to the mobile experience. You can see both the images and the text. And here on the right side, it appears as it will on the mobile device. You can delete particular text. You can delete the images. You can change the font. You can make a quote out of some text. You can add some new segments. That's very much up to you. And here in the preview story, you basically see how it will look on mobile. So when people read your story on a mobile device, they will see this enhanced version. And the desktop experience, it stays the same. You can copy this link to get the story. And you can as well, once the story is created, you can use the link that is here. First, you need to choose the section, the story. And here by clicking share, you can share this story by using this link. So once your stories are mobile optimized, you can start sharing the stories with the world using this share this story button. And when posting, be sure to use hashtag Issuu stories and follow Issuu on the particular device, on the particular social channel that you are using. Mostly we are Issuu, on Snapchat we are Issuu official. And we are always on the lookout for great stories to feature on our Issuu site. So use the hashtag Issuu stories, follow us, and we may feature you. So that were stories. Now let's talk a bit more about GIFs. GIFs are short animated videos of your publication that can be shared on social media. You can see one particular GIF here on the right side of the screen. On Issuu, you can create the GIF by choosing up to 5 pages from your publication, and the Issuu GIF is 900 by 900 pixels. Why is it so great? Once you create a GIF, you can share it in your email newsletters and on your social media. And GIFs are a great interactive way to showcase your publication in your social feeds. With GIFs, you can entice your readers by using a highly visual way of promoting your content. Unfortunately, the GIF itself is not clickable, but you can easily add the publication link to your post and send readers to your publication via this link. Let me show you how to create a GIF. It's really straightforward and easy. You just pick the spreads. You can select the background color. And by clicking on download, you can choose if you want to download it as a video in MP4 format, or if you want to download it as a GIF instead. At the moment, you can download the GIF as a video only in Chrome. So please use that browser. If you need the MP4 format, use Chrome. You can also create GIFs in your app by selecting your publication and clicking Share as a GIF. And this is especially useful because it downloads the video directly in your phone or tablet, so you can use it on Instagram directly. You don't need to transfer the file from your computer to your phone. So try that out as well. Try to create a GIF on Issuu app. The third social tool that we have under social tools in the publisher dashboard is Issuu Facebook app. This is a place where you can share your issue publications and stacks on Facebook, and to achieve this, you need to have a Facebook business page and admin rights to this page. Why is it so important? With the Issuu Facebook app, you can easily share your publications and stacks directly on your Facebook business page. And as I said, the more channels you use in order to promote your content, the more readers you get. So we strongly suggest you to use this tool as well if you have the Facebook business page. How to do that? First, you need to be logged in to your personal Facebook account. Then you go here to social tools and select Facebook app. And here you can upload a header image here on the right side. Then you can select up to 12 publications. These will be the most recent publications. You can also select from a stack. So if there are particular publications that you want to have there, just create a stack and add these publications there. You can remove issue logo, you can keep it there, and by clicking add to Facebook page and selecting your Facebook page, you can select more. You can edit there. Let me show you how it looks like. So this is Sweet Paul's Issuu Facebook page. And if you are on premium plan, by clicking on these publications, you get to share the full screen reader. This is the one that I talked about in the beginning of the webinar. This is how the shareable full screen reader looks like. If you are on some of the below plans, then it will direct you to issuu.com, where people can read the publication, and if they want to see it in the full screen, they just need to add one click and open it in full screen. Well, that were all the social tools that we have on Issuu now. Let's jump back to our last topic of today's webinar, which is sharing across social media channels. So first, we will cover how to share your content on Facebook, which is nowadays it is a must-have. So be sure to use Facebook for sure. You can share both stories or publication link as well as GIF. Again, we strongly recommend you to use the stories if you're creating one and to mobile optimize it. So first you need to get your story or publication link, then you paste it into the Facebook status box. Once you can see how it is embedded, you can remove the link and just post your post. With GIFs, use the status box to add the GIF. It can be both in GIF format as well as MP4 format. And then in the text field, remember to add the URL of your story or publication, because the GIF itself, as I said, is not clickable and it won't direct your readers to your content. So remember to add the URL. Instagram is the best visual marketing tool. It is great for images, for videos, and for GIFs. It's very important for brand's visual identity, and it's also very useful for hashtags. So remember, if you will be posting on Instagram, remember to use Issuu Loves hashtag and follow Issuu we might notice you, and we might share your content on our account. On Instagram, we would suggest you to upload your GIF. It looks perfectly. On Instagram, you need to share it as MP4 video, not as a in GIF format. Then we have Instagram stories, where you can upload your GIF or an image related to your stories. And if you have over 10,000 followers, you can also link out to your content. Remember to add some text so the readers know that by swiping they can get to your content. Also on Instagram, we have a good tip. Just add to your profile page the link to your issue publication, so readers know where to find it. Twitter is very useful for, let's say, short updates that are accompanied by a picture or video, and again, very useful for hashtags. It's pretty straightforward how to share on Twitter. First, you need to get your stories or publication link. We suggest you to use Twitter card validator, so then you can preview how it will look like on Twitter. If you are happy with how it looks like in the card preview, just go and copy the link to your Twitter and share. On Twitter, you can also share the issue GIF in both GIF or MP4 format. And again, remember to add the URL of the publication so the readers can go and read it from there. Snapchat is rather used for short informative posts with good visuals. It is a bit less formal and more intimate, and it can be used to link out to stories and publications. You do not need to have more than 10,000 followers like on Instagram stories, and it basically works the very same way how to share it. So first you need to choose your GIF or an image related to your story. And then by clicking edit and selecting a paperclip icon, you can use the link to issue story. Then again, add some text to let your readers know that they need to swipe in order to get to the story, and tag issue official, which is our account on Snapchat. Then you can send it to your entire audience by selecting my story, or you can select our story if you want the story to be public. You can also share issue content on Pinterest. There is a bit different way on how to share on Pinterest. I would say it's more easy because you only go to your document page on issue. And by hitting share on the issue document page, you can select Pinterest, and from here it will direct you to Pinterest, where you can edit the post and you can choose the board. Also, I mentioned clip in the very beginning of the webinar. So if you want to share a particular image, remember to use the clip that is on Issue app, and you can share it directly on Pinterest. Sharing on LinkedIn is, again, very straightforward. So this biggest professional social media channel is a great way to target the different audiences by industry. And how to share, just get your story or publication link, paste it in the status box. Once you can see how it is embedded, you can delete the link and add your own messaging. You can also share on WhatsApp. So there are two ways how to share on WhatsApp. The first one is more visual impression. So you can see the image on the left is that one. You can share it in your status by selecting the camera icon, uploading the GIF or an image, and adding some caption. For an active link, that doesn't look that great, but is useful because it will send your readers to your content. You just need to paste the link of the issue story or your publication. So you can both use WhatsApp to update your status, and you can also send direct messages to people you have in your contacts. And the last one of the social media we will be covering is Reddit. For you who do not know Reddit that well, it is a social news aggregation where you can submit posts and organize them by subject into user-created boards. These boards are called subreddits, and they cover a variety of topics. So what you need to do is you need to copy and paste the link of your publication to the URL field on Reddit. You enter the title. You can select all the subreddits, all the categories that you would like to share it in, and click post. Great thing on Reddit is that once you post it, it's embedded, and the readers can actually flip through the pages directly on Reddit. So that is a great advantage of that social channel. All the tips and tricks that we talked about can be found on Issuu's profile page in our recent publication called Social Sharing Toolkit for Publishers. And you can access these tips on your desktop as well in your Issuu app. We've also optimized them for mobile. So you can just go directly to the story that you are interested in. So if you're interested in how to create a GIF, just go directly to that one. If you are interested how to share on Reddit, you can choose that one as well. And you can read them both on desktop and on your mobile device. Well, that's all for the demo. And let's now jump on our Q&A.
Yeah. The first question we have here is, what social media should I post to as a new publisher?
Okay, well, I would say that it very much depends on the audience you want to target and on the content you have. So as I said, Snapchat, that is rather for catchy content, catchy way of communication. It is less formal. It is more intimate. While if you are a designer, let's say, I would suggest you to use Instagram for sure. Facebook is a must for any business, for any organization, for any kind of content you have. So be sure to use Facebook. Well, yeah.
Yeah. A follow-up question to that is, how often should I post my content?
And that very much depends on the social media that you are using. So you will probably be posting more often on Twitter than, let's say, on LinkedIn. I would suggest you to search for some resources. There are plenty of them out there, and they mention how often, which days, what time you should be posting. Sometimes they are slightly different, but I would suggest you to use these.
A story question is, how can I share my story in full screen?
Well, if you share your story on that is mobile optimized, and if your readers read it on their mobile device, then it is in full screen. If they open it in the desktop version, they need to do one extra click to open it in full screen.
Another question we have here is, how do I get my readers to share my content with others?
I would say there is no easy answer to that. We are offering all the tools that how the readers can share the content. So if they are on your document page, they can click share, and they can share the story, or they can share your publication from some page. They can also use the clip. So if they are on Issuu app, they can just, if they like some picture from your publication, if they like some recipe, some photo, they can clip that one, and then they can share it, let's say, on Pinterest. You can also educate your readers to do this. I would suggest you to do so. But yeah, we are offering all the tools, and
yeah. Then we have a question here saying, should I change my messaging to cater to my readers on the different platforms?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Always look at the others, what messaging are all the others using, what messaging people do use on Snapchat will be different to what messaging they use on LinkedIn. Also remember what your content is about. So if you are a bit more serious business, you probably do not have to be that intimate like the others on Snapchat. Just remember to use different messaging depending on the social media.
And then the last question that we have time for today is, why should I use the Issuu app versus the mobile web experience?
So you should consider this both as a publisher and as a reader. So if you are using Issuu app as a publisher, there is a great advantage because you can use updates, and people who are following you, they can be able to see it on their homepage. So if there is an update about upcoming publication, just let your readers know about it, or let your followers know about it. And you can also use the clip in Issuu app as a publisher as well as a reader. And for readers, the reading experience on Issuu app is a bit more suitable because they can read the content in one-page spreads. Also, if the story is mobile optimized, they can read it more easily, as I showed you how it looks like. And on Issuu app, they can save the publications for further reading. That's also great. If they do not have time to read the content now, they can save it for later, and they can also see updates from the publishers they follow. The Issuu app is free. Just install it, try it out. The reading experience is slightly different, and it is more suitable for mobile.
Great. That's all the questions that we have time for today. We thank you for joining us and for sharing your questions, and we hope that you now feel ready to share your content with your readers. Again, we will be sending this recording to everyone who attended and registered, and you feel free to share it with anyone from your team. All questions that we didn't have time to get to in the webinar will be answered afterwards by email. Again, thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
Thank you, and happy sharing. Bye.